Wow, look at all these great movies. I can't wait to watch them. What? No!
Hello everybody, this is Gisela2010 again, coming out with another review. Today we'll be looking at the infamous 1957 film, The Giant Claw. Now why is it so infamous, you may ask? Well, the monster's head not even being shown in any of the posters at the time of its release might give you a little hint. The film stars Jeff Morrow and Mara Corday. The opening of the film is us looking at a plastic globe with a monotone narrator talking about the effects of nuclear waste or something like that.
Alright guys, we need to show the Earth. Now what to do? Have this plastic globe. Brilliant! Yes!
Jeff's character plays an airplane pilot who happens to spot an unidentified flying object. He reports this object to his superiors, but of course, they don't believe it. The object kind of looks like a puffball flying across the screen. You know, if I saw that flying across the sky when I was flying a plane, I wouldn't believe myself either. Mara Corday's character plays a mathematician who assists Jeff Morrow's character during their plights in the film. The two actually seem to have decent chemistry together as a couple, and the acting in general is not that bad in this movie. It builds up genuine suspense with planes going missing, a giant claw mark in the ground, and a crazy guy who thinks that whatever it is some kind of deranged witch god? I don't know, he just keeps saying Laka Carnier, or I'm not sure what that is. As Jeff Morrow's character tries to prove his case, he marks out all the locations of the disappearing planes on his map. Then he draws a spiral, concluding that whatever it is must be traveling in a spiral pattern. That makes no sense. Why would he just not draw a straight line? It's actually not half bad, until about 20 minutes in when the monster makes its first appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, women and children may want to avert their eyes, because behold, the greatest monster ever shown on the silver screen. I give you the Giant Claw. How absurd is that thing? I mean, what kind of knuckleheads designed that? Supposedly, Ray Harryhausen was going to be hired for the effects, but because the studio was tight on a budget, they decided to go for cheap and made a marionette. So they went with a company in Mexico. I can understand that they were tight on a budget, but did they really have to make it look so goofy, for lack of a better word? The rest of the special effects in the film aren't very good either, as they resort to using a lot of stiff, unrealistic models and stock footage, even if the models of the miniature planes they're using don't match with the ones that you have in the stock footage. One of the strangest points about the bird is that it's constantly referred to by all the characters in the film, and even the narrator, as a battleship, or a flying battleship. That I do not understand at all. Why would it be compared to a battleship? Battleships don't fly, even if you can imagine a flying battleship. That's just kind of weird. Simply, they should have compared it to a jumbo jet, a zeppelin, or a giant dragon, or something that flies. After discovering the bird, the military attempts to take it down with several fighter jets, but of course that fails. After the bird is made public to the world, we find out that it is actually extraterrestrial, and it has an antimatter shield, which explains how it survived the plane attacks. That is honestly one of the most convoluted explanations for anything ever happening in a film. That beats almost any Deus Ex Machina any day. And so it's a race against time to see if the scientists can stop the creature from laying its eggs and from destroying the rest of the United States. And the best part about it is, the movie takes itself extremely seriously. Eventually they do find some way to bypass the bird's antimatter shield by Jeff Morrow's character getting zapped by their equipment. I really don't know what they were doing, but in the end, the bird was killed. Nowadays, the giant claw has become immortalized as a cult classic among kaiju fans. It's very popular, simply because the bird is so terrible. Well, I guess that's the end of this review. Overall, I'd give the film a 4 out of 10 for a hilarious bird and decent acting for this era. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. This is Gzilla 2010, signing off. Goodbye, everybody.